Welcome to the NFL week number 12, guys. Thanksgiving week. I have a couple of Thanksgiving plays up on my Patreon. They're just a couple of totals. The first game's already at halftime, so I'll give that out right now. The Lions and Packers, I have over. I think my ticket is 45.5, but I think it was 46.5 in a lot of spots. So I like the over there. It's 23-6 at halftime, so it looks good, but who the hell knows in the second half? The Lions can't score right now. So, and then I have a play on the Cowboys and Washington game. That's also a total. And then two plays for Sunday. And that'll be a side, not a total. Last week, I had Buffalo against New York. They won easily. And then a couple of tough beats, man. I had the Broncos -1.5. They won by 1. They kicked 5 field goals and missed a 2-point conversion. And so they didn't cover. And then I had the Chiefs against the Eagles, -1.5. Receivers just couldn't back up Patrick Mahomes. Man, a lot of drop passes. Looks like they had a chance at the end. Receiver dropped one. So yeah, a couple of close games that could have went away. Would have been nice to have one go our way, but none of them went our way. So it is what it is. It was a 1-2 week for the Patrons there, but looking forward to week 12 now. Like I said, 2 Thanksgiving totals already up. You can go check out, you can join the Patreon. Link will be in the description. You can see the Dallas-Washington game, my play in that game, which is the total, and then my 2 sides for the week. But running through the other games, New Orleans and Atlanta coming up this week. New Orleans, why is New Orleans always a road favorite? Like, I know why. Their schedule is ass, and I said that in the last video. Their schedule has been very easy the first half of the season, yet they continue to lose. I don't know. If I'm playing this game, I'm taking Atlanta. I want no part of New Orleans. I'm done with New Orleans the rest of the way because Derek Carr is ass. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, pretty much a pick'em game. Obviously, the backup going for Cincinnati. Pittsburgh fired their offensive coordinator. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on this game. I mean, Pittsburgh, will their offense be rejuvenated like Buffalo's was last game? Probably not, because it's not like they had a good offense to begin with. Maybe they'll have some better play calling. It's tough because you really don't know what the backup for Cincinnati is going to bring. But for me, it's just a pass in that AFC North matchup. New England and the Giants. New England's laying 3.5 on the road. I know sharp money, some sharp bettors will be on New England, but why, like New Orleans, why is New England laying points to anybody on the road? They're laying 3.5 on the road. They can't even score 3 points, let alone cover. Now, having said that, New England's coming off a bye week, and New England looked terrible going into the bye week, so you have to believe Belichick would have these guys ready to play. He's probably been giving it to them all week long. The Giants, I had the Giants money line last week against Washington. I had like a fun 4-game parlay last week that almost cashed big. I had the over in the Ravens-Bengals Thursday night game. I took the Giants money line, and then I took the under in the Niners. I forget who the Niners played last week. The under in that game, Tampa Bay. They played Tampa. And then my lone loss last week, I took Arizona on the money line, and they lost 21-16 to Houston. So I got a little cute there, but damn, the coach for Arizona, like, they had a chance to kick a field goal, like, still with tons of time left to make it 21-19. He didn't do it. He went for it on 4th down, and then they were driving late in the game. If they would have kicked that field goal, they could have won 22-21 potentially. But anyway, that was a fun one. Anyway, Giants money line, I had them last week. They had the big win. And so I don't mind fading a bad team coming off a big win like that in a divisional game. And New England, yeah, it's coming off their bye week. But again, New England can't score. So why would I take New England? So I don't know. If I'm playing this game, I'm probably just taking the points and taking the Giants. But why be part of this game? Miami and the Jets on Black Friday. Miami's laying about 9.5. And like I've said in other videos with Miami, if I'm playing, I'm laying. I want no part of the New York Jets or Boyle at quarterback. I don't really care who's quarterback. The Jets can't score points. So yeah, divisional game, I don't care. If I'm playing, I'm laying, taking the Fins. Carolina and Tennessee. Tennessee's laying 3.5. Holy crap, how bad is Carolina? If the Titans are laying 3 in the hook, I don't know. I'd probably just take Tennessee. Honestly, just Tennessee at least they're terrible on the road, but they're okay at home. They're not great, they're okay. But Carolina is bad wherever they play, so give me the Titans. Jacksonville and Houston, big game here. Pretty much a pick 'em in Houston. I like Houston. I like what I see with these guys. I don't think they're going to do anything, you know, if they make the playoffs. They're just a fun, up-and-coming team right now. Jacksonville, I think, is good, not great. I just like Houston. I think they can move the ball. It should be an exciting game. The Jags are good against the run. They struggle against the pass, and Houston likes the pass. So give me Houston. I like Houston. Tampa and Indy's 2.5-point favorite at home. I don't get it. I don't really get the Colts, why they're a favorite to anybody. Tampa Bay isn't great, but if I'm playing this game, I'm taking Tampa on the road plus 2.5. Who's this? Cleveland and Denver. Denver 1.5-point favorite. I'm going to keep rolling with the hot team, the Broncos. 1.5. Don't win by one again this week, guys. I think the Broncos are worth a play. As a small home favorite, Cleveland, a very good defense. Denver's offense obviously can't get into the end zone, but Russell Wilson isn't making mistakes. He's not really turning over the ball. So I expect a lower scoring, grinded out type of game. But Cleveland, they can't score either. And Denver's defense has played a little bit better. They didn't look great last week. They had zero pass rush on Dobbs. And that was the big reason why was Denver couldn't score touchdowns as to why they didn't cover. But on the other side of the ball, they had no pass rush on Dobbs, and that's why he was able to pick them apart for the most part. I expect the defense to play a little bit better this week. Cleveland doesn't have much going on offense right now with the backup quarterback. They squeaked out a win last week against Pittsburgh in a 13-10 boring game, but I like the Broncos here. Rams in Arizona, another divisional game here. Rams 1.5-point favorite on the road. Someone asked me in the comments last week, because I didn't talk about the Seattle and Rams game last week, who do I like? And I said, I don't really have an opinion, because the Rams, although look good on paper, something is going on with that offense where they just can't move the ball. Whether it's Stafford not being healthy or Cooper Kupp or whatever, offensive line, can't run the ball, whatever, who cares? Rams are having trouble scoring points. Arizona is not great, and the Rams have had Arizona's number over since the McVay era. Really, they've owned Arizona. The Rams can beat two teams in this league, and that's Arizona and Seattle. They beat them every single year, which is why they have a decent divisional record, but they have trouble against other teams. So maybe take the Rams. Again, why would I play this game? I have a play on the Buffalo-Philadelphia game, and I have a play on the Baltimore-Chargers game on the Patreon. I keep gravitating toward these quote-unquote big games. We were on, I was on a few big games last week. Even the games a few weeks ago where I cashed, I was on big winners there. So, yeah, sign up. Link in the description, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this, hit the subscribe. It helps build the channel. Good luck. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm working. I don't know why I'm working. I'm Canadian, but every year on American Thanksgiving, I work, and I don't know. I always say I'm going to take it off, and I always work. I got to take a year because I used to go to these football games all the time in Detroit, and it sucks working. But whatever. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans out there. Good luck. Week 12. Let's get it. Let's cash some tickets.